Welcome everyone, AdamTheWoo here. I'm on the corner of North Sherman Road and North Central Ave. Actually, it's not North Sherman Road, it's just Sherman Road and North Central Ave. And I'm here with Jacob the Carpetbagger.
Hey, you all.
And we are meeting up right outside the Atlanta airport in a little town called Hapeville. You ever been to Hapeville before?
Once, I think.
One time. And why? What brought you to Hapeville?
This right here.
This directly in front of us is the very first Chick-Fil-A, but it was not called Chick-Fil-A when it first opened. It was actually called the Dwarf House, and before the Dwarf House, it was called the Dwarf Cafe, I believe.
Grill.
The Dwarf Grill, and they did not grill dwarfs.
That would be highly unethical.
That would be a little bit un-PC, politically correct. But they changed it from the Dwarf Grill to the Dwarf House, and the guy that created the Dwarf Grill went on to create what is now known as Chick-Fil-A. So we are standing, your second visit and my first visit, to the Dwarf House, the very first Chick-Fil-A. The Dwarf House. And the originator of the idea is sitting right there next to that little dwarf door. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Thedailywoo from Hapeville, Georgia, at one of the few Chick-fil-A's that is actually open 24 hours a day, open all night. But do not be confused, because this Chick-fil-A, like every other Chick-fil-A, is closed on Sundays. So 24 hours a day, but only 6 days a week. Should we go inside, maybe get some food, show what is inside, maybe give a little history, a little backstory?
Absolutely.
Now, you have been here before, so you might know a little more than I do. But I did go inside and I read like some of the paraphernalia, some of the pictures on the wall, some of the interesting stuff. And they put this little homage, this monument, this statue up very recently when he passed away. Truett Cathy was his name, right?
Yes.
Truett Cathy, and you can see S. Truett Cathy, native Georgian, founder of Chick-fil-A. And they've actually placed him here. You can get a photo with him. And from what we could tell, this part of the brick was part of the original building. It has been remodeled. And of course, they have built the sides on over time. They have put the drive-through in. They have put around the side. They have built onto it. But this is part of the original facade. And this door, which I guess is for children or for people who are smaller in stature than I am, because I would have a hard time fitting through that door. Does the door open? It does. You can actually enter in through the Dwarf House door. I'm gonna go inside here. Just be careful, because there is a wet paint sign. No, not wet paint. That's actually a wet floor sign right there. So this is it. This is the inside. Oh, you should go back out and come back in. Let me get a monumental unveiling of you coming in. Here, knock on the door. Someone's at the door. Who is it? Oh, come on in. Come on in. Welcome to the Dwarf House, the original Chick-fil-A, and these awesome stained glass windows that are up there.
It's like a
all
church
along
in here.
It is kind of like a church. If you're a big fan of chicken, then this would be your hallowed ground. You would worship. You would
Chicken church.
Get on bended knees and pray to the chicken sandwich as you eat it. And very coincidentally, this is actually cool. Pray for Atlanta. Now you live kind of in the South and in this area. Do you see these around? Is this like a thing around Atlanta, or is it more of like a Chick-fil-A thing?
I think this might be a Chick-fil-A thing.
And you can actually, while you are like holding your hands in prayer, you can actually make sure you use the Purell to keep your hands very, how does that even work?
Maybe not.
Very clean. So here's the original Dwarf Grill right up here in Hapeville, Georgia. And you can see the way it progressed from the Dwarf Grill to the Dwarf House. And here, I guess this might have actually been maybe the creator here, maybe and his wife. There's no names on there though, so I guess we just have to guess who that was. And then here's another one that actually opened in Forest Park. They had the Dwarf Burger. How far is Forest Park from here?
I don't know.
This says it was actually destroyed by a fire and then rebuilt. So So that was actually not on the property. This is actually what we're looking at right outside. So this is actually how it looks to this day. This is the door that we just crawled through. So we just crawled through that door. And this is, of course, this is what it looks like outside. Modern day here as well. You can hang your keys here. And then over there in the corner is actually like a 7 Dwarfs. Oh, look at this. Home of the original Chick-Fil-A Hapeville Dwarf House. And we're going to get some food. Now, the menu here is the same as it is
apparently
at other Chick-fil-A's.
Half diner and half Chick-fil-A.
Oh, so the diner's here. This is the diner. And then the Chick-fil-A's over here. So if you want to do a normal Chick-fil-A drive-thru, you would go on this side. Oh, I can see what you're saying. So the diner is on this side, and the Chick-fil-A is kind of over on this side. And look at these old... Here is an old wooden rake.
A rastrillo?
A rastrillo. Some coffee beans. So obviously if you want to order coffee here, you can just make your own right here. You don't even have to order up here at the counter. So here is like the area where basically the new style Chick-fil-A is. And there's some little stuff along the walls, home of the original home of Chick-fil-A. But then over around here is kind of the old school dining area kind of style. And against the wall, which we haven't even gone to check out yet, is like a 7 Dwarfs Disney-esque kind of deal, which is actually right across the wall, right over here. So there is the menu. And you don't see many Chick-fil-A's where you can actually sit along the side, but look at the 7 Dwarfs. And these do not look like the Disney 7 Dwarfs. These actually look like the Chick-fil-A 7 Dwarfs. There you go. This mural dedicated to the memory of Douglas Henry Davis. But those do not look like the Disney 7 Dwarfs. And it looks, if you look very closely, I know you're very enamored by this, but if you look very closely, you can see they actually do move. There is like a little track that they move along, but they're not moving. The dwarfs are very tired. They are not moving. Maybe they have eaten too much Chick-fil-A. Maybe they had too much to eat. Because when I get too much to eat, the last thing I want to do is go mining. You don't want to go mining. You don't want to go chipping on trying to find jewels. Look at the size of that ruby. You don't want to do any of that when you're full off Chick-fil-A. Right now I'm hungry, so I can do a lot of mining.
Yeah,
but after I eat, no mining will be done.
Not on the itinerary for today.
So let's go back outside, show the outside. We'll not go through this door. We'll actually go through the new school doors right over here. And then we're going to go back inside and order something off. Did anything on the menu tickle your fancy, strike your, not your funny bone, but your hunger bone, if that is even a thing?
Hunger bone?
Strike your hunger bone. So here's a sign. The Dwarf House, home of Chick-fil-A, founded in 1946, right here. The Dwarf House, the miniature door there that you can actually go through. Here's a little bit of a close-up of the sign here as well. 1991 Shining Light Award in honor of S. Truett Cathy, who is right here. And a little bit of good brand marketing. He's actually holding a Chick-fil-A soft drink. He has a beverage in there. He's a soda drinker.
Looks like he's drinking oatmeal for some reason.
He is. He doesn't look like he's... Let's get in here. Let's get a picture with S. Truett Cathy here. Right there. See, we're at the Chick-fil-A right now. Yes, excellent. There's the sign. Established 1946. So I'm just hanging out with Jacob the Carpetbagger. He has a YouTube channel and a blog, thecarpetbagger.org. See, I remembered that. But you've also started doing YouTube videos. Just search the Carpetbagger. What is the URL?
Carpetbagger ORG.
That's the YouTube URL.
Yes.
So YouTube / Carpetbagger ORG, or just search
one word. Yeah.
The Carpetbagger. You will find it. He does all kind of really cool, weird roadside attractions like this. A lot of history of the South. You focus pretty much on southern states like Tennessee, Mississippi, Georgia,
Absolutely.
Florida. All about the South. Jacob the Carpetbagger. Go subscribe to his channel. We're going to go get some food, and we'll see you guys later. Check down below for my t-shirts. You can get yourself a Heckett t-shirt. I notice you're wearing a sweet South of the Border, which is the premier roadside attraction. Would you call that a southern roadside attraction? I guess it would be. North Carolina to South Carolina.
It's between North and South Carolina. It is the capital of Carolina.
It is the mecca of roadside cheesy goodness.
Absolutely.
I have stopped there probably a baker's dozen times in my day. But today we are at the Dwarf House. Let's go get some food. I'm hungry. while we were doing that vlog, I didn't tell you, but I have your credit card,
Oh shit.
so I'm buying.